Good day, everyone. Today we're going to continue talking about creativity, but I would like to focus on a very important issue, and that is empathy. See, we said that creativity, or the main probably factor in creativity, is to try to link two different things. Now imagine if you have two things that are exactly the same. Linking them will not come up with anything new, yes? Or two exactly similar ideas. Where do you get creativity? When you have different things. Now, difference is extremely important. If you remember last time when we talked about the sources of knowledge, we said there is an umbrella we call philosophy, and under philosophy, we do not have laws, meaning one experience cannot give you the same answer or the same result every time. So here we do not develop laws, but we develop theories. Now when you develop theories, it is extremely important to remember that you might have two theories that are valid at the same time. Unlike laws, when you throw this up, it comes down. As you remember, we said a car traveling from point A to point B, a certain distance, certain speed, will arrive at a certain time. One correct answer. Under the umbrella of philosophy, you can have multiple correct answers. You can have a theory that is true here, that is untrue or invalid in China, and vice versa. You can have a theory that is valid in the morning and is invalid in the afternoon, and so on and so forth. So it is extremely important for us when we talk, because I have seen sometimes in some brainstorming sessions, people know that the whole purpose is to put different ideas together, but some people get very emotional when they disagree. It is extremely important for us to remember that we're talking mostly about theories, and we might have two opposing theories, and that's not a big deal. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Theories and opinions are very sometimes personal. Some theories you can try on 10 people, and then you can say, okay, this theory worked with 7 of them and didn't work with 3 of them. So the validity of this theory is around 70%. We need to remember that when we're talking or discussing anything under this umbrella, we're discussing theories and we can disagree. That's normal. Now, another important thing to remember is something called empathy, or another important thing for us to have or to develop. Empathy. Empathy, ladies and gentlemen, is simply the ability to look at things from other people's point of view. Now, what does point of view mean? Because some people, again, talk about it, but they do not thoroughly explain it. We, as human beings, our personalities, again, we do not have a universally agreed upon definition for personality, but what we know is that part of our personality is inherited and part of it is acquired from the environment. Now, after our break, I'm going to tell you what part is acquired from the environment, because we cannot do much about the inherited part, but we can do a lot about the acquired part. We're going to continue after the break. So we're talking about the acquired part of our personality. See, like if you want, for example, a chemist or a geologist wants to understand a matter, they go to atom level in order to understand the difference, for example, between iron and aluminum. Now, for us to understand personality, self, we need to go to the atom level. What are the atoms that make up our personality? Very briefly and quickly, I'll tell you, we have values. Values are things we value the most, very simply, in our life. Friendship, family, honesty, money, and so on. We all have values, but we have different priorities. Beliefs. Beliefs are statements that we save in our mind as correct. God exists. It's a true belief for me, right? For some people, good guys come last. they save that as a true belief for themselves, and so on and so forth. Anything you save in your mind as correct. Then we have assumptions. Assumptions are things or statements that we save in our mind as correct, unfortunately without any supporting facts. And we have a lot of them. The problem with assumptions, if we do not ask for facts, after a while they will become beliefs, and we will behave based on our assumptions. Then we have expectations, what we expect from life, from management, from government, from husband, from wife, from kids, and so on and so forth. All these four are acquired from our environment. Now, because we live in different environments, we watch different movies, we go to different schools, we have different friends, we have different experiences, we accumulate different values and different beliefs, and consequently we become different people, and we look at the world differently. Think of these values, beliefs, expectations, assumptions as lenses. You develop blue lenses, you look at the world and you see everything blue. Your friend develops orange lenses and sees everything orange. Now, when we talk to each other, it is extremely important to develop the ability to borrow each other's lenses, to know that because he was raised in a different environment, he has a different culture, he has different parents, he looks at things differently. Once I understand this, life becomes easier. And we tend to become more creative, because then we will develop this ability to listen to each other, to take our lenses off sometimes and to borrow other people's lenses. This is called empathy. Now, when I say empathy, when I say borrow other people's lenses and look at the world from other people's point of view, this will lead you to something called understanding. You say, I understand. I understand. But understanding does not necessarily mean I agree. I agree, right? But once you arrive at this point of understanding, you will be a happier person. You will be able to establish more connections with more people. You will be able to talk to more people. And the more people you talk to, the more creative you can become. The more you can widen your horizons and look at things from different point of views, because your point of view is very limited. But when you can talk to people that are wearing blue lenses, red lenses, pink lenses, you will see the world from other people's point of view. And why not put blue and pink together? Maybe something new will come up, right? So for us to become more creative, we need to develop this concept of empathy. With empathy, as I said, you will be definitely a more creative person, a happier person, and a more networked person. Now, we know now, today, that probably one of the most important factors for our personal success is our network, who we know and how many people we know, right? So if you develop this empathy, you definitely become, will be, God willing, a more successful person. Thank you very much, and hope we see you again in other sessions. Have a nice day.